Oi. Olá, galera, tudo bem? Sejam bem-vindos. Chega, gaguejei. Sejam bem-vindos a mais uma live aqui no YouTube da Us na Amazon. E hoje eu tenho uma convidada super especial. A gente começou um pouquinho, quase na mesma época. É a Noelle. A Noelle, ela vende na Amazon, ela vive 100% do tempo 100% da renda dela vem da Amazon e ela também tem um Discord. Então, hoje a gente vai conversar sobre retail arbitrage e vocês vão poder saber um pouquinho mais sobre a Noelle e as dicas que ela tem. Então, galera, papel e caneta na mão, anota aí as dicas que vão ser boas e a partir daqui uns 20 minutinhos a gente vai abrir para as dúvidas. Hi, Noelle, how are you?
Hey, good. How are you
I was
doing?
just letting them know that we both started pretty much at the same time. We're going to know a little bit more about you, what do you do, and talk about retail arbitrage. I was telling them that you're like full-time an Amazon seller, but thank you for being here. I always
I'm
like
happy
to,
to be here.
like women that does Amazon, it's always, this world is full of men working. Amazon. It's hard to find businesswoman. It's just really hard to do it, especially when you're a mom. So thank you for being with us today. And I want to know, how did you start to sell on Amazon?
Yeah, so I started really because I was going to have a kid. I was like, I am not going to send him to daycare because my full-time job was going to be the exact amount of money I was going to make that would be paying to the daycare. So I'm like, I'm pretty much being paying someone else to take care of him, and I'm going to be making no money but working my butt off. So I was determined to find something to work from home. I went to YouTube, first thing, YouTube, what can I do from home? Came across a lot of stuff, a lot of probably scammy stuff, just trying to get your money. And I ran into eBay first. I started with eBay, and then I got into Amazon through some YouTubers, like Richie Hustles was the first one I kind of came across. That really got me into Amazon and like retail arbitrage, thinking, oh, if I can buy something on clearance and turn around and sell it, like that's really easy. And who doesn't like shopping? Most women like shopping. It's fun. So that's kind of what got me into it. And that was March of 2021. I did retail almost that whole year. And I only recently switched into online arbitrage like 2022. And then this year, I'm pretty much all OA, all online. Just because retail takes a lot out of you. It's really fun. It's a fun like treasure hunt. But just to sustain it, especially when you have a family, it's just not doable long term. You just want that time to yourself. So to be able to work only 2 to 3 hours on the computer in the morning and maybe in the evening is a lot more doable than taking a whole time to go to different stores and sourcing and not really knowing if you're going to find anything. So it kind of takes the guesswork out of that.
Okay. Let me just translate for them.
Yeah.
Eu perguntei a ela como foi que ela começou, gente. Ela falou que começou porque ela ia ter um filho e ela não queria deixar o filho dela no daycare. Ela falou assim, não vou deixar meu filho no daycare. O dinheiro que eu faço com o meu salário vai ser suficiente só para pagar uma pessoa para o daycare. Então, eu vou trabalhar o dia inteiro e vou ficar sem dinheiro nenhum. Aí ela foi no Google, começou a pesquisar o que eu posso fazer de casa, ganhar dinheiro de casa. E aí ela estava determinada a não deixar o filho dela no daycare. Aí ela disse que encontrou vários scammers, alguma coisa assim. E aí ela começou primeiro no eBay, né? Ela achou o eBay, começou a vender no eBay. Depois ela começou a pesquisar sobre a Amazon. Ela achou o Rich, que é uma pessoa que vende na Amazon, ele tem um canal no YouTube. E dali ela começou a vender na Amazon. Primeiro ela começou vendendo como retail arbitrage, né? Passou um ano fazendo retail, indo de loja, fazendo flip, comprando em clearance. Ela levava o filho dela, até essa foto que tem, ela tá carregando o filho dela, o bebezinho de colo. Hoje ele tem 2 anos. E um ano depois, ela passou a fazer online arbitrage e agora ela está 100% com online arbitrage. So you started 2021, right? Or 2020?
Yeah, 2021, early March.
And right now you're living like full-time as a Amazon seller?
Yes, yeah. I actually, in March, I kind of went into full-time because I was like, I don't want to go back to my job. So I kind of was able to, once I was able to show my husband, hey, I can actually make some money. Look, we're making money. It was okay that I could leave it because I could easily make that $500 a week that I needed. And that was really all it was ever supposed to be. It was just supposed to be like to supplement that income. And it's grown to way more where, eventually my husband may be able to leave his job, because I'm able to provide enough that meets what we need plus more.
Cool.
So it's something that's grown into something I never thought was going to be this big. I thought it was just going to be a little kind of a side hustle. I was going to make maybe $5 like $2,000 a month is all I needed. And it's just grown way past that.
Nice. Eu perguntei a ela como foi que ela começou, né? Se ela vive full time da Amazon, ela falou que sim, que na verdade as coisas. Quando ela começou, ela nunca imaginou que ela pudesse viver full time da Amazon. Ela começou pensando como se fosse um part-time ou um side job. E aí ela viu que as coisas foram crescendo e ela mostrou para o marido dela que ela poderia fazer aqueles $500, que era o que ela precisava para complementar a renda da família, que é o que ela ganhava no emprego dela, muito fácil. Então, se ela deixasse o emprego, ela poderia ficar full-time na Amazon. E aí, as coisas cresceram de um jeito que, eventualmente, o marido dela vai poder deixar o trabalho dele para poder se juntar a ela no business dela da Amazon de uma forma, justamente porque o business dela cresceu tanto. And let's just get some tips, whoever's starting on Amazon. Like, if you're starting, like, today, what would you do, like, different than you did, or first steps, or...
Something I would do is get the softwares you need now. That was something I skimped out on. I thought, paying $120 a year for Keepa was too much, but I was spending $500 when I went to Walmart. Like, that type of mindset you can't have. You have to invest in yourself. So understand it's going to maybe take 2 to 3 months, to really see a profit, but invest in those softwares that are needed to confirm, that you're going to be profitable. So like Inventory Labs, I only just got that I never even know how to do a shipment off of it. So like Inventory Labs, like Seller Amp, Keepa, and like IP Alert, get those right off the bat and learn how to use those softwares correctly. And it would have saved me a lot of bad buys, buying stuff that didn't ever sell, but I thought the profit was there. That would probably be my number one tip, is don't be frugal on the softwares and investing in yourself first, because that's what's going to help you succeed a lot faster than trying to do everything on your own. You're going to fail a lot less.
Ok. Gente, eu perguntei a ela o que ela faria de diferente. Ela falou que ela provavelmente investiria, se ela estivesse começando, ela investiria de cara nos softwares. Ela demorou para poder fazer isso. Eu também fiz a mesma coisa. E ela falou assim, eu achava que gastar $19 por mês, $120 no ano em Keep era muito, mas eu gastava $500 por dia no Walmart, por exemplo. E você tem que começar a investir em você mesmo primeiro, porque você vai evitar, se você souber analisar os sistemas e utilizar os sistemas, você vai evitar várias decisões ruins de compra, né? Ter prejuízo em muitos itens. Se ela tivesse investido em Keepa, por exemplo, ela falou de Seller Amp, a gente usa o Azinzen, a mesma coisa, uma calculadora. E no caso agora o Inventory Lab que ela está falando, ela talvez não tivesse comprado muito dos itens que ela comprou e não deram lucro para ela. I did the same. It took me a while to start like analyzing Keepa. I paid for Keepa, but I did not know how to, and I wasn't caring about. All I was doing is just buy and selling. You know exactly what I was doing.
It's hard to read Keepa when you're inside a Walmart. It takes that's like 10 minutes. You're just standing there looking at the product. Where that's why online I like it so much, because it's so easy just to look at it all on your computer versus all on your phone. And the second thing I forgot is getting in a community. Like 100%, from day one, you should get in some type of community with other resellers. That's going to where you can ask all your questions. It's going to help your growth, whether it's paid or not. Like, get into some type of community, follow a lot of people on Instagram. That is probably like the other top thing I would say, like, you must get into. Don't do it by yourself.
Ela falou o seguinte, que é muito difícil ela equipa dentro da loja, então por isso que ela está preferindo, por exemplo, fazer compra online. E a segunda dica que ela daria é você entrar em alguma comunidade. Perfeito, que a gente está falando agora do evento, hein, gente, de comunidade, por isso que eu criei comunidade. É muito mais fácil você crescer o seu negócio quando você está em comunidade, né? Mesmo sendo paga ou de graça, você está cercado de pessoas que fazem a mesma coisa que você, para você fazer um follow-up, tirar uma dúvida, te ajuda muito no seu negócio. Yeah, I think follow-up is like community is everything. When I first started, I think I started on Carter's Discord.
That's how I got started. It was like June or July. I think it was probably like June is when I joined his. Maybe 3 months. Huh?
During the chlorine wave?
Yeah, thank goodness I joined his Discord. I would have missed out on a lot of money.
Nice. I started on his Discord, I think it was in November of 2020. Because I did his course.
You were there before me, yeah.
Yeah, I found his course online. That's how I started on Amazon. He doesn't even sell that course anymore. That's how I started. Like I found him on YouTube, and I paid for the course. I went to the Discord, and that's how it started from there.
Yeah.
And then I think in 6 months I was able to quit my job, which it was like,
that's awesome.
It was good. It was a lot to risk, but it was good.
Yeah.
Então,
Look
gente,
at
ela começou.
Huh? I said, look at you now.
Yeah, thank you. I know, but it was what I tell people is not that easy as people think. It's not impossible, but it takes a lot for you to be able to, leave your job. It's not one thing that you should do like out of the blue.
Yeah, definitely should be mindful when doing that.
Gente, ela começou no Discord, no Chlorine Wave, né? No boom que teve do cloro. Já mencionei aqui em outras épocas. Achei, Paulinho, para mim, por favor. Em outras épocas. E ela começou a vender bastante por conta do cloro. E eu tava falando para ela que eu comecei também assim. Só que eu comecei no mesmo Discord que ela, só que em final de 2020. Okay, so right now, what kind of softwares do you use? Like Keepa? What else?
I use Keepa. The main ones I use is Keepa, Seller Amp, IP Alert, and then all of like cashback extensions. So like, Radican, Top Cashback, Retail Me Not, those type of things. Inventory Labs, and then BQ, the repricer. Yeah.
The repricer, yeah, it's pretty good.
So those are the 4 I really use. Seller Amp, Keepa, BQ, and Inventory Labs is like the actual softwares that I'm constantly using every single day.
Eu perguntei ela quais são os softwares que ela usa. Ela falou que é o BQ, Inventory Lab, Keepa, o Seller Amp, que é similar ao Azinzen, e o Inventory... Eu já falei Inventory Lab. É 4 softwares. E o BQ, que é um repricer, tá, gente? A gente fala aqui muito de repricer. What else? I forgot. I was going to ask you something. Totally forgot what I was going to ask. What kind of category you sell most?
So I'm focusing right now in beauty, like health and personal care is really the top 2 I use, and like OTC. So I'm going for a lot of more small, lighter, but expensive items. I can fit the most in one box. My prep center, it's more, it's a lot easier to send, hundreds of units of small items than hundreds of units of big items. So really trying to focus in on those small items and those high profit margins.
Ok. Então, gente, eu perguntei ela o que ela tá vendendo mais. Ela falou beauty, health e OTC, mas itens pequenos que têm um valor agregado alto. Porque ela manda tudo para o centro de preparação e é muito mais fácil. Ela coloca muitos itens em uma caixa só, então ela paga menos e ela tá indo para o lucro, para a margem de lucro maior, né, por item. Ela usa muitos aplicativos de cashback, tipo Rakuten e aqueles outros que a gente já usa. When you look for online deals, like are you looking for the ones that are in clearance and you apply those coupons, or you have like regular items that you sell, like
so recently this last week when I'm looking at items, I'm actually looking at my inactive out of stock listings and restocking. And that's just looking for normal price stuff. So I don't necessarily look for stuff on sale. I'll just go like maybe a cashback site has like 10-15% off, or I get an email. I signed up for emails for like all the different stores. So they're like Kiehl's. I don't know, that brand Kiehl's.
Like yeah, Kiehl's. But I don't think we're going to be able to sell them anymore.
Oh, really? Oh, well, I just bought a bunch. So they had a buy one, get one free. I got an email saying buy one, get one free. And that's really rare they do that. So I bought a whole bunch of their stuff there. So a lot of times it's honestly just emails. I'm looking at emails for sales going on, and then I look at those sales. Or I look at, a cashback extension, and I'm looking, okay, who's giving a lot of cash back today? And I'll go like that.
Ok. Ela tá falando que eu perguntei se ela olha produtos que já estão com desconto. Ela falou que não necessariamente. Mas ela tem e-mail assinado em tudo quanto é loja que ela compra. Ela comprou recentemente daquela marca Kiehl's, que é uma marca de maquiagem, de produtos de beleza. Tava buy one, get one free, então compra um, ganha outro de graça. E ela usa, por exemplo, tá com 10-15% de desconto. Então ela aproveita essas oportunidades para poder comprar. Oh, I don't think Kiehl's is still good. They're L'Oreal, I think they're giving IP, the IT Cosmetics, and there's some like rumors talking about Kiehl's, but it's not.
I wouldn't be surprised, but hopefully
no,
that's
it's not something like, stuff. It's not something like,
yeah,
settle down yet. Okay, so what else? What category is like good for whoever's starting?
I'm sorry, say that again.
If you're starting right now on Amazon, what kind of category you should be starting into it?
If you're looking for one that's ungated, I would look more for like outdoor and sports. I was selling a lot of that when I started. Kitchen, a lot of kitchen stuff will be ungated for new sellers. Those are my top two, to be honest, that I would look at when you're selling. I would also take the time to get ungated in like 2 or 3 main categories off the bat. So pick like grocery, beauty, and maybe health and personal care or something like that. Pick 2 or 3 and really focus on those. And then once you've mastered and you understand the basics of Amazon, then you can start like going through and ungating and more as you're finding those leads. I only ungated in products once I found a profitable item that like equaled out. So usually it costs like $80 to $100 to ungate. So if I found a profitable lead, but I was gated in it, but I could make $80 with it, selling 10 units or whatever, then I would go ahead, purchase the ungating. It would kind of be a wash because I spent 80, I'm going to make 80. But then I can sell that product, forever, essentially on Amazon. So then it made sense. But sports and outdoors and kitchen would be the ones I'd focus on if you don't want to ungate. And then maybe grocery and like beauty would be something I would ungate in. If you have the extra money to do that.
Perguntei a ela quais são as categorias que uma pessoa nova venderia, né, para focar. Ela falou que quando ela começou, ela vendeu, se você tiver bloqueado, ela vendeu sports, outdoor, kitchen. Então, essas são as categorias que, se você tiver bloqueado, e se você puder investir, desbloquear algumas categorias, sempre falo isso para vocês, gente. Então, ela falou em groceries, health and beauty, beauty and health. São as 3 categorias que você deveria desbloquear. E quando ela começou, ela só desbloqueava se ela achasse um produto. Então, por exemplo, ela achou um produto de groceries que vai dar para ela um bom giro. Ia custar ela $80 para desbloquear. Ela gastava os $80, mas esse produto ia dar para ela $80 de lucro. Por exemplo, ia ser um washout, mesmo que ela pagasse. E aí ela ia vender aquela categoria para sempre, entendeu? A mesma coisa ela fez com Nike e Adidas. Ela não saía aleatoriamente desbloqueando marca, não. I remember I was going to ask you, how do you search products right now? You use any softwares or just manually?
Right now, I've just been doing it manually. So I do, like I said, I've been going through my inactive, out of stock, replenishing those. And then it's just been manual, like emails. I also have 2 VAs now. So my VAs will provide me leads. So I'll look at those leads. And then I also have, my Discord where I'll look at my online leads, being shared every day, and I'll buy stuff from there too. So I have so many different outlets of where leads are provided for me, on top of my emails, where that's just, like, it keeps me busy. Like, I don't have to go further and use those softwares.
Sorry, Noelle, you're going to be back soon.
Did you
back? You're back. We're back.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I think we're online. Can you hear me? Okay, so we're good. So talk about a little bit about your Discord. Gente, ela faz pesquisa manual e ela tá repondo tudo que ela tem de inativo no estoque dela, tá? É sempre uma dica boa você voltar para olhar o que você tem, que você vendeu antigamente, que você tá inativado, e repor esses itens. E ela também olha o que ela divulga lá no Discord. Ela tem um Discord, vou pedir para ela falar um pouquinho sobre o Discord dela. You want to talk a little bit more about your Discord group, how they can get in,
Yeah, so I created a Discord group early this year. I decided, I was currently in another one, and I decided, I think I should just make my own. I think I could not do it better, but, I could make it my own. I could make it exactly what I wanted to make it and help people the way I wanted to, instead of kind of being under someone else. So I created Kona Reselling Warriors, which is my Discord. It's exclusive, so once it hits 100 members, we're done. We're right at around like 70-ish members. And so we provide daily leads, but we also provide a bunch of help. So any questions you guys have, you're able to ask, and they'll be answered same day. We have a bunch of different templates that you send to customers, talking about small and light program. We give you updates about Amazon, restricting products. We show you promo codes. There's a lot of information in there. It's like ridiculous how much. And I'm just always adding, like, we talk about hazmat. We talk about prep centers. So it just like continuously gets bigger and bigger. And you can do it through my Instagram, Kona Reselling, Kona _reselling. There's a link in my bio. You can also DM me if you want more information on it. And I can like answer any questions you guys have about that.
Awesome. Edgar, você pode botar o arroba dela aqui para mim, por favor? I was asking Edgar to put your Instagram information here so they can see it. Gente, ela falou que ela tem um Discord, tá? Que ela tava em outro Discord que foi o do cara, a gente começou junto. E ela falou assim, eu acho que eu consigo fazer um tão bom quanto, ou talvez até melhor. E o Discord dela é realmente muito bom, custa $100 por mês. E ela... São leads exclusivos, é no máximo 100 members, tá? Então, além de share leads todos os dias, ela também dispõe de tirar dúvida, o que você precisar... Não é esse, Edgar. O que você precisar de hazmat, de programas de mailing lights, toda a informação ela dá ali dentro do Discord dela. É realmente muito bom. Eu tô lá dentro, como eu falei para vocês, eu tô em quantos Discords eu puder, por questão de networking, então eu valido, assim, 100% o Discord dela. I'm just letting them know that I'm in your Discord as well, and I think it's pretty good. I told her, like, eu disse a ela que era o melhor até, que eu tô, de todos que eu estou, o dela é o melhor, tirando o nosso, o dela é o melhor, I was just letting them know that I just told you that I think yours is like the best one that I'm in.
Thank you, I appreciate that. That means a lot.
E a informação do Discord dela, a gente tá aqui embaixo no arroba, tá? Você entra lá no Discord dela, sigam a Noelle, so follow Noelle, she gives a lot of tips, so sigam a Noelle, ela dá várias dicas lá sobre retail, online arbitrage, Amazon no geral, ela é muito inteligente, sabe o que tá fazendo, então sigam lá o Instagram dela, e gente, aproveitem e deem like aqui no canal, tá? Sigam o canal, if you're not subscribed, se você não tá inscrito, se inscreva e deem like pra gente. Thank you so much, Noelle, for being here. I'm gonna open for questions right now.
Okay, great.
I'll do my best to translate. Gente, pode mandar as perguntas, Edgar, manda as perguntas aí na tela. Galera, muito, muito obrigada por estarem aqui. What cashback app do you use?
So it'd be Radican, Top Cashback, Retail Me Not, and Capital One Shopping. Those are the 4 main ones that I use.
Rakuten, Retail Me Not, which one is the other one?
Top Cashback.
Top Cashback.
And then Capital One Shopping.
Capital One Shopping. Esses são os que ela usa. Do you do FBM and FBA or which?
I did a lot of FBM during Q4, but right now I'm solely focused on FBA. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can.
Can you get what I get? Yeah, you just froze. I wasn't sure if you heard me or not. Okay. Yeah.
No, I heard you.
So that's pretty much it. Right now I'm focused on FBA, like really only FBA. Now, if a product comes along that's hazmat and I have to FBM it and it's really good profit, I'll take the opportunity. But like I would say I'm like 99% FBA.
Então, ela falou que durante o Q4 ela fez bastante FBM e FBA, mas agora ela tá focando 100%, 99% FBA e só faz FBM se for hazmat e um lucro muito bom, aí ela faz. What is OTC?
Oh yeah, over the counter. Anything like medicine wise, like Advil. Like I know someone who kind of answered it. Tylenol. Anything that's medicine, cold medicine.
Gente, qualquer coisa que não precise de prescrição, over the counter, que é o que significa. Advil, Tylenol, qualquer coisa que não precise de prescrição médica que você compra na farmácia, é o que a gente chama de OTC. Do you recommend a VA? Do you think it's worth it?
Yeah, I mean, I have 2 right now. I do weekly Zoom calls with them, just kind of training them the way that I want them to look at leads. This last time I went through both of their leads while they're together. I think it's important to kind of know that they're kind of competing against each other in a way. So they're not like, oh, I'm just like hanging out, giving you leads. So that way, if they're not doing good, they can see, oh crap, like this other VA is doing really good. I need to like get to that level. But I love it. I mean, like I said, it keeps me busy with leads where sometimes I'm not even like looking at for my own leads because I have so much to look at from them. So 100% it's worth it. It saves you so much time. And in this business, the longer you do it, the more you realize you need as much time as you can. So you're going to outsource, all that busy work that you once did when you started.
Ela falou que super vale a pena. Ela tem 2 VAs que trabalham com ela. E ela fez uma reunião assim dos dois juntos para eles saberem que assim que tem uma competição, tá? Você não pode estar aqui vacilando porque o outro pode tomar seu lugar. E quanto mais tempo você tiver nas suas free, né, livre, mais tempo você tem para focar em outras coisas. Então, assim, hoje em dia ela não tem problemas com leads, ela tem bastante lead, de tanto que eles entregam para ela. But do you think it's worth it to start with VA, or you have to know what you're doing before?
No, you have to know what you're doing before, because if you don't know how to read Keepa and how to look at profitable leads, if they're sending you leads, you don't know if they're good or not. And you want to teach them. They're only going to be as good as you teach them. They're only going to have a basic knowledge. So if you're going in just expecting them to know everything and give you great leads, it's not going to happen. So once you master Keepa, you master your softwares, and you understand how the basics of Amazon works. And I would say once you hit probably 10, 20K a month in sales, then I think it'd be worth it to start looking into a VA for leads.
Ok. O que eu estava conversando com ela é o seguinte: não vale a pena você pegar um VA se você não sabe o que você está fazendo. Então, ela falou que você tem que saber equipa primeiro, saber os gráficos, saber todos os seus softwares, saber pesquisar para você poder ensinar as pessoas, até para saber se o lead que eles estão te dando é bom ou não. E ela acha que até você atingir uns 10, 20 mil constantemente de vendas, aí sim vale a pena você investir em leads. Até então, você tem que fazer sozinho. What is a VA? Virtual Assistant.
Yep. Virtual assistant, someone who's going to help you with your business, whether it's with leads, whether it's doing admin work, like busy work, checking your account health, checking, if you have any orders, they send you an email, hey, this is what, give you an update. Pretty much just this busy work. Anything you can outsource to a VA, a virtual assistant.
Um assistente virtual é uma pessoa que vai trabalhar para você fazendo tudo que for barato, por exemplo, tudo que te tira muito tempo. Olhar se você tem ordem nova, procurar lead, fazer qualquer coisa que você pode terceirizar na operação para você ficar com mais tempo livre, é um VA. What is your opinion about the small inline program?
It's great if my product falls within that $12 and that dimensional weight and the size. It's only more money in your pocket. So I think it's really easy. All you do, I even have it in my Discord, how to do it. You just do a quick enroll. So all you do is just take the ASIN of a product, you put it in the SKU, you put it into the quick enroll. It tells you if it's eligible or not. If it is, you just sign it up, and just like that, it's a part of the program. It's so easy and simple. And it just saves you money. And there's really no legwork that you have to do really behind the scenes. You just enroll it and then you're done. And you just get that extra bit of money.
Ela falou que muito bom, e se o produto dela se enquadra na questão do peso e do preço lá, até $12, ela faz o enroll. Inclusive, ela tem no Discord dela mostrando como é que faz o passo a passo para você inserir, e é mais dinheiro no teu bolso. Então, quanto mais produtos você tiver, melhor. I love small inlines. That's my favorite thing now. I'm hunting for small inlines items, literally. Vitamin, it's considered not OTC, depends, right?
Is vitamins considered OTC?
Yeah. No,
right? I believe it is. I think so.
It is.
I think it can be. Sometimes I've seen them in both. I've seen them in health. I've seen them health and household, and I've also seen it under OTC. So sometimes the category can change.
Às vezes, gente, às vezes sim, às vezes não. Às vezes está na categoria de health, às vezes está na categoria de OTC. Do you have a seller permit or tax resale?
Yeah, I got that pretty early on. That's the resale or retail license is what it's called here in South Carolina. But yeah, I applied for one, got it it was really easy to do. So yeah, I have one.
Ela tem sim, ela começou, logo quando ela começou, ela tirou um resale certificate. Is it possible to sell well even with the imminent risk of economic recession? I don't know what you're
talking about. I understand what he's saying. I understand what he's saying. Yeah, I don't see a problem with it. People say there's a recession, but people are always buying online. That's not going to change. It's only going to do more, right? You go into stores and you may think, oh, this is you can't find what you need, or it's just convenient. I think convenience over overrules, a recession. People are still going to be buying. Now, they may not be buying luxury type items, but if you're doing beauty, you're going to tell me that a woman's going to stop wearing makeup because there's a recession? Heck no. Like, you think they're going to stop buying their vitamins? No. Like, so there's certain things. So like, yes, selling in certain categories, maybe you would see a decrease in profit or sales. But if you're focusing on those things that people are buying every single month, I would see it's really hard to see a huge incline in your sales where it wouldn't be worth it to sell it.
Yeah, and I feel like we're selling more than we sold last year, so I don't see that recession.
It's really growing. So I mean, if you watch, I mean, you can easily, as you buy stuff, I just don't see, Amazon being like,
me neither.
Oh, we're not making enough money anymore. We're just going to shut down. Like, I just don't see that happening.
O que ela falou
I think that's, sorry, real quick. I think that's a reason people say, oh, I shouldn't get started. It's kind of like something that people try to, not that he's making an excuse.
It is an excuse.
Go in, wait. Don't do the what ifs. Don't worry about what ifs. Wait until it actually happens, right? Or you're just missing opportunity if you don't jump on it.
Yeah. O que ela tá falando é o seguinte, que é muito difícil ver a Amazon fechando as portas, até porque as pessoas não vão deixar, a mulher não vai deixar de comprar um batom, uma maquiagem, porque tá em recessão, se tiver em recessão. Ou você não vai deixar de comprar seu item do dia a dia. Às vezes não tem na loja, você compra online, é conveniente. E a gente não vê a Amazon fechando, até porque a gente tá vendendo mais do que o ano passado, e é mais uma desculpa para você não começar, né? As pessoas botam isso como uma desculpa para não fazer e ficam nesse e se acontecer, nesse e se, você vai postergando o que você deveria estar fazendo, e você está deixando de ganhar dinheiro porque você está preocupado com o e se lá na frente, que talvez nem aconteça. Oh, that's my student. I use the Capital Platinum credit card plus to the cashback you get from the Capital One shopping win-win. What?
Yeah, he uses the Capital One card, plus he's getting cash back from the extension as well. So he's just getting like double is what he's saying.
Nice.
Which is great. That's awesome. I don't have the Capital One card, but I just got started on that Capital One extension, and it's already saved me money with the code. So it's a great extension to have.
Anyone can have that extension?
Yeah, it's free.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna use that. I did not know about that.
Capital One Shopping. You just type it in and then just download it. It took me like 2 minutes. So.
Gente, Capital One Shopping é uma extensão nova. Você não precisa ter o cartão de crédito do Capital One, tá? E ela tá usando e é muito bom. E o Gil he knows everything. Ele já tá, tipo assim, antenado, já tá um passo à frente. Do you have any course in how to sell on Amazon?
I don't have a course. I only have the Discord. So that's not something I have right now. The Discord is more for someone who kind of knows the basics. I'm not saying you can't join it if you're brand new. You can still get a lot of information and you can still ask a lot of questions and we'll help you through it. But I don't have something like that tells you, hey, this is how you start, this is how you sign up, this is how you do this. I don't have like a walkthrough step for that.
Ela falou que ela não tem nenhum curso, ela tem o Discord é para quem já sabe pelo menos o básico, mas se você é novo e quer entrar lá, você pode fazer as perguntas que você quiser e ela responde. Mas ela não tem nenhum curso, tá, Ricardo?
And I use YouTube. When I started, that's what
YouTube também, você pode usar o YouTube. What do you think is like a good category to start? I think vai.
I know she said safe category. Yeah, so safe category when you're starting, if you're talking about something that's ungated for a new seller, would be the kitchen, sports, and outdoors. I remember when I sold that, I very little saw return on those type of items. If you're talking more of something that would be gated that you'd have to get ungated for, something that's safe in terms of returns, a lot lower returns. You're looking at grocery, health and household, things like, think like maybe toothpaste, deodorant, those type of things aren't really going to get returns and probably can't get returns. So that would be safe in the sense of not having to have a lot of issues with returns, where something like clothing and shoes is going to have a lot higher return rate, along with like electronics would not be like a safe category to start out with, if you want to minimize returns and like loss of money.
Ela falou que groceries, né, por exemplo, desodorante, pasta de dente, são itens que normalmente você não tem retorno ou não pode retornar. Então, é mais seguro você vender esse tipo de item do que, por exemplo, eletrônicos ou shoes e roupas, ou sapatos e roupas, que são itens que têm uma taxa de retorno um pouco maior. Do you wholesale as well?
No, I'm just doing online right now. I plan to get into wholesale. Hopefully around like August, July. I want to kind of dabble in it some, but right now I'm just focusing on online.
Não, ela só está fazendo online arbitrage. 100% do business dela agora é online e ela tem planos de entrar em wholesale, mas não entrou ainda. She said, you're saying that you do menu research. How do you start the search? How do you start it? Like you go from where?
So I pick a site that maybe is new or a site I know that doesn't cancel. So say I go to Walmart and I'll be really specific with what I'm looking at. So if I'm like doing beauty, I'll go to Walmart, I'll go to categories, I'll go to beauty, and then I'll try to be as specific as I can. If it lets me go to like mascara, foundation, I know with Walmart, it doesn't let you do that. So I'll just hit beauty. And then maybe I sort through it on the left. You can filter like lip gloss, foundation. And then that's how I start. So whether it's Walmart, maybe it's Vitacost, but I try to be very specific in what category I'm sourcing that day. And then I just start going from there. I open the tabs and I start looking through it on Seller Amp. You know, you can just hit the extension. It pops up on the right side. And then I just go from there. And it's really repetitive and it can be boring. But that's how I would start a manual search.
Ela faz ao contrário de mim. Ela começa pelo website e ela vai pela categoria. Tô fazendo search de beauty. Aí ela vai lá no Walmart, por exemplo, um site que não cancele, Vitacost ou Walmart. Vai lá, beauty, e ela tenta ser o mais específico possível. Então, por exemplo, rímel, batom, ela tenta ser o mais específico. E ela abre ali o Seller Amp, né, que é um aplicativo, e dali ela começa a fazer o menu search com a Amazon. Yeah, I do the opposite. I usually start from Amazon, and then I'll go to the website.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That works too. I've never done it that way, but...
Next question.
I don't know. Maybe we answered all of them.
We answered all of it? Okay, maybe. So we pretty much answered all of the questions. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Noelle, for being here. And we still have like 14 minutes. We're gonna be here until 9. Does anyone qualquer outra pessoa quer fazer mais alguma pergunta, gente? Estou me atrapalhando na tradução hoje. Sorry. I'm like kind of confused with the translation thing, but we still have a few more minutes. Okay, so how many people you have working with you with your Discord and between Discord and VAs and whatever?
So I have 2 VAs, and then I have 1, 2, 3 people working on. Oh wait, hold on. I have 1, 2, 3. I have 3. I kind of have like 3 VAs. So I have 2 person, then I have 1 person I'm kind of testing out with leads, but I wouldn't really say he's a VA. So I have 3, 4, 5, 6 people, 3 for like just leads, for like personal use, and then I have 3 for my Discord, and they're the people who also provide leads and then help answer questions as well.
So you have 3 personal or 6?
Discord? Yeah, 3 for the Discord, and then 3 personal that provide like leads.
Ok. Então ela tem 3 para o Discord, 3 pessoais, são 6 e mais gente trabalhando ali dentro do Discord dela para responder todo mundo e prover leads também. Então, bastante gente. Perguntei ela quantas pessoas ela tem trabalhando para ela, tá? What else? I don't know. Alguém tem mais alguma pergunta para fazer, gente? Estou tentando perguntar. What is your favorite website to search right now?
Right now, I'm trying to think. Walmart's up there just because it's so easy to purchase from them. They like never cancel. So it's like a match made in heaven for me because they just never give me hassle. I'm trying to think, like, you make me want to like pull up my like sheet because I just buy from anywhere that's doing the sale. Like, so Kohl's, I've been liking Kohl's. I've been liking Sephora. Like recently, I'm trying to think of those stores. Those would probably be my top 3 right now that I've been sourcing from.
Eu perguntei qual que é o site favorito dela, ela falou que o Walmart é muito bom porque quase nunca cancela, Sephora e Kohl's, né, que está em clearance, ela compra de qualquer lugar que está em clearance. What is the minimum profit that you look into when you're searching for?
So for me, I will take as low as a 15% ROI with a $2 profit. And that's after prep fees and everything. And that's only if the velocity is really high. So if I can sell like a lot of units of it, I'll buy it at that low price. Now, if I only can sell like 10 or less, I'm not going to buy it and only make $2. But usually I like to stay around the $3-4 profit and a 30% ROI.
Even, well, you $3 or $4, you considering the prep fee already?
That's considering any prep fees, yeah.
Ok. Então, ela falou o seguinte, que ela vai até 15% de lucro de ROI, desde que seja $2 de lucro, mas já tirando o custo do Prep Center, tá? E todos os fees que sobra para ela. Mas ela gosta de ficar ali em $3 ou $4, $4 ou $5, já tirando o custo do Prep. Então, se ela paga $1 por unidade, mais o fee e tal, ela quer ter ali uns $4 ou $5 de lucro, mas vai depender da velocidade do item. Então, se o item vende muito rápido, ela pode baixar a margem dela, considerando que ela vai vender muitas unidades por mês. Mas se só vende 10 unidades, ela não compraria se tiver uma margem muito baixa. Let me see.
And I could touch on that real quick before we answer this one.
Yeah.
Something I took into account, the reason why I go for a lower profit, because a lot of people will say that's so low. Why do you buy stuff so low? For my mindset, I don't have a capital issue, so I can spend essentially how much I want. So it's easier for me when I'm sourcing to buy like thousands of, I can spend thousands of dollars on those smaller margins. Whereas if I'm only going for like a 50% ROI, I'm going to have to be really nitpicky with what I'm buying, and I'm actually going to spend less. So it's easier for me to spend $10,000 on something that's making me a few dollar profit than me trying to spend $10,000 on something that's making me, $5 profit on each one. So that's why I go less, because I'd be missing out on a lot of potential profitable items if I always just said no because it was maybe a little bit lower in ROI.
Yeah, I do the same. Ela falou que normalmente ela tá explicando aqui porque que ela vai desce o ROI dela. Porque ela falou assim, que é muito mais fácil você gastar $10 mil em itens que tem uma velocidade muito rápida, para ela não ter problema de cash flow, e ganhar $2 de lucro em cada unidade, muito mais fácil você gastar do que achar $10 mil para gastar em itens que dão 50% de margem, por exemplo. Então, é muito mais fácil para ela e justifica ela ir para esses itens que tem um ROI um pouco mais baixo, com um mínimo de $2 de lucro, mas um giro muito mais rápido, então sustenta o negócio dela. E eu falei que eu faço a mesma coisa. What kind of the product needs to sell a month so you can consider them?
So I don't go necessarily by quantity. I go by BSR, so the selling rank. So anything under 50K is what I prefer. I'll go over it if there's, if it's only 100 sales a month, but there's only like 5 FBA offers. That's something I'd be like, oh, I could hop on and still get a decent portion of. But for the most part, I like to stay under 50,000 because I know it's a fast moving product. So if anything were to happen, I know I could sell it fast, where if anything higher than that, you may be sitting on it for a little bit longer.
Ela prefere ficar abaixo de 50 mil, que ela sabe que vende bastante, e ela só iria acima disso caso fosse um item que tivesse um lucro bom, porque se acontecer qualquer coisa e o item vende rápido, ela sabe que ela pode vender e colocar o dinheiro de volta para ela no bolso. And what about groceries? What kind of... Because groceries, like 50,000, they sell like around like 100, 200
yeah.
items.
Same with grocery. I'd probably go a little bit less, maybe around like 30K or less. But 50K, I would still buy if there wasn't enough competition. So even if something's higher or lower, I always look at the competition, because even something that's selling, it's in my BSR, it could have way too many sellers, so I don't sell on it. But something that may be a little bit higher, maybe only has a few sellers and it's still selling 50 a month. Well, I could hop in and easily get a good chunk of those sales. So I have rules, but I always have exceptions to those rules, because I'm not going to cancel out a potential profitable item just because it doesn't fit exactly my criteria.
Ela falou o seguinte, que ela tem regras, mas ela pode mudar as regras dela, porque ela não vai, tipo assim, deixar um produto que vai dar uma margem de lucro para ela boa, porque ela tem a regra bem específica. Por exemplo, ela pode entrar num item que vende 50 unidades por mês, mas tem uma competição muito pouca, e então ela sabe que ela vai pegar ali 20, 30 unidades por mês. Uma boa parte daquele buy box vai ser dela, se tiver poucas pessoas vendendo. Então ela entraria também, mas ela prefere itens que vendem tem uma velocidade maior. Eu perguntei para ela de groceries, ela disse que groceries ela iria até 30 mil, porque é onde tem a maior velocidade de venda. I do the same. I try to get everything under 50,000, and pretty much we're selling wholesale right now. If it's an item has like it's over 50, like I learned that with Amazon Lit, and if it's like more than $5 a profit, I'll hop in.
Yeah.
And then I'll have like I'll send just a few units per month and only each one, and adds to the profit at the end of the month. It helps
It
me in
does.
the margin.
And that's why I tell people, and that's why whenever they say, well, what's your exact criteria? I'm like, well, this is my criteria, but it's not like set in stone. And that's important not to have it set in stone, because you'll miss out on a lot of opportunity if you're so restrictive with what you're buying.
Ela tá falando que não é preto no branco. Se você for muito restringir demais no que você está comprando, você vai perder muitas oportunidades. Do you provide daily leads in your Discord?
Yes, yeah. Every single day you're getting leads sent through the Discord.
Sim.
We do around 300 leads per month within that Discord. And that includes, it's not just, we do online leads, we do retail, we do FBM, we do some discount leads, and then we do wholesale leads.
Ela faz FBA, FBM, são 300 leads por mês no Discord, e ela também faz alguns leads de wholesale. Do you buy at Sam's at Costco?
I've bought from Sam's once, and it was horrible. It was bad. I went too deep, and it was like I sold one unit, and then the rest were like tanked. It tanked so hard. Costco, I wanted to get into Costco, like the business side of Costco, not just like the, you walking into the store. But I don't currently buy from those places.
Ela falou que uma vez ela comprou do Sam's, mas foi horrível porque ela comprou demais e o produto né, baixou o preço, então ela ficou com muita unidade, teve prejuízo, e o Costco ela queria entrar, mas ela ainda não compra do Costco. Do you sell items with buy box suppressed that you think is interesting?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. If there's no buy box, I just go off of the FBA offer, the lowest FBA. And I also look at in Keepa, if you go into data, there's historical offers, and you can still see, kind of how much it's selling, even if it's buy box suppressed, and you can still check sales rank to see if it's actually still selling. So buy box suppressed just means Amazon says, hey, your price is way higher than what it's retailing for. They just think it's a high cost. It's just a high price. So at that point, you just want to be the lowest FBA offer if that's what you are, or if you're FBM, you're fighting with the lowest FBM offer. Ela
falou que definitivamente sim, você tem que checar o Keepa, porque mesmo com o Buy Box Suppressed ainda tem venda, pode ter venda, e basicamente Buy Box Suppressed é só a Amazon dizendo que seu item tá caro demais pro mercado, mas ela vende sim. I have one item that's from a wholesale that I have been selling over a year, that's Buy Box Suppressed the whole year. It doesn't make sense, it's a pack with 2 items, but I never got buy box with it. We never have buy box for the item, and sells really well.
Yeah. Buy boxes, that doesn't concern me at all.
Ela falou, eu expliquei para ela que eu também tenho um item que eu vendo wholesale há mais de um ano, que tá com buy box suppressed, e eu vendo ele tranquilo. We have 3 minutes, guys. Do you have any prep? Do you do any prep yourself, or you only use a prep center?
I do just prep center. Everything I'm buying, I'm saying all of the prep center. Once you get a prep center, you'll never want to go back to prepping your own items. It's one of those things, again, at first you need to learn it to know how to do it. And then once you've gone to, it's just a thing that's very time consuming. So once you've kind of mastered it and you're doing really well with Amazon, you want to outsource those tasks that you don't need to, right? You're the business owner. So understand that your time is the most valuable out of all, your employees. So in that sense, a prep center, even though I'm paying them, $1, $2 for a multi-pack, whatever it is, it's 100% worth it, because it's very easy. I just go online, I buy an item, I send it to them, and I'm done. The next thing I see is I'm making sales on Amazon, and that's it.
Ela falou que vale muito a pena. Uma vez que você comece com o Prep Center, você nunca mais vai querer voltar, porque tira muito tempo das suas mãos de preparação. Então, você usa o Prep Center, mesmo pagando $1 ou $2 por prep, ela compra online, manda para lá, e quando ela vê, as vendas já estão na Amazon. Não precisa fazer toda essa parte que dá muito trabalho para fazer de preparação. how do you source those items? Because my students always complain. I don't do a prep. I don't use a prep. I have my own warehouse. Because they're always saying that every product that they find with the fee of the prep, it's just the profit's gone. So they have a hard time like finding items to sell and send to the prep. How do you do that?
That just comes down to like how you source. I don't have an issue at all. I used to think, oh wow, it's $1, it's so much. But so now, I say I look for $2-3 profits, but essentially I'm looking at $3-4 profits because I'm thinking about my prep center fee whenever I'm looking at things. So at first, it can seem like a lot, but you just tailor. And that's why I say getting a prep center is what you kind of do later on, because you've already become really good at sourcing. You know what to look for, you know how to source, and you become kind of an expert where you can afford that extra $1 or those $2 for them to prep.
Uhum. Ela falou que é muito fácil, porque na verdade assim, ela tá falando lucro de $2-3, então ela tá olhando a $4-5. Então, quando vocês fizerem a pesquisa, gente, se você tá querendo $2 de lucro e o custo vai ser de $1 ou $2, coloca na pesquisa $4. Então, uma vez que você seja muito bom em pesquisa, essa questão de achar produto é muito fácil, então ela não tem dificuldade com relação a isso. Because we have a lot of students that live in Brazil and sell here. That's why.
Okay.
They sell in US, so they use prep. What is the Discord? Where I can find it?
The Discord is Kona Reselling Warriors. There's a little thing moving on the bottom of the screen, and it's my Instagram handle. So if you go to my Instagram at Kona_reselling, it's actually in the link in my bio. And if you need any more information on it, you can just DM me as well. And I always answer my DM. So if you have any questions about anything.
I think that's it for today. I appreciate you have a YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, I'm actually I just recorded a video because I hadn't in like 6 months. So I'm getting back into it after Q4 and everything. I just got really behind on it. So yeah, a new video will be posted within this next week or so. But yes, I have a YouTube channel. It's the exact same Kona Reselling again. Is how you can find me on there as well.
You want to send us the link on a private chat so we can share here with them so they can follow you?
Yeah, let me see if I can pull it up real quick.
Gente, ela tem um YouTube channel, né, um canal no YouTube, onde ela posta várias dicas lá. Ela é muito boa mesmo, ela sabe o que tá fazendo. Então sigam ela no YouTube. Ela disse que acabou de gravar um vídeo novo, vai postar depois de um tempo que ela parou de postar por conta do Q4. Eu pedi para ela passar o link aqui para poder eu share com vocês nos comentários. E aí ela tá tentando achar ali o link para poder a gente dividir com vocês.
Yeah, I'm guessing because I'm like streaming right now, it's going really slow. So
if you don't find that's fine, I'll share later on my Instagram. But it's always good when they're here, so they can.
Yeah, let me see if I can pull it up real quick.
Gente, muito obrigada pela participação de vocês. Me deem só mais um minutinho para eu poder dividir aqui com vocês o YouTube da Noelle. Sigam ela lá, sigam ela no Instagram, tá? É sempre bom você ter contato com pessoas que entendem o que estão fazendo. E eu estou tentando trazer pessoas aqui que eu sei que sabem, né? Vivem da Amazon e sabem o que estão fazendo.
Yeah, my connection's not going to go. I'll just send it to you later.
Okay, that's fine. Ela não está conseguindo por causa da conexão dela, mas ela vai mandar para mim e eu divido com vocês lá no Instagram. Thank you, Noelle, so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no, thank you for participating. It's always hard to find people that's willing to come here at 8 p.m. and be here with us, answer all the questions. Oh, you have a cat. I have a cat too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. He keeps trying to get in the screen.
I know.
And then someone asked if I ever bought from China. No, I've never bought from Alibaba or anything like that. It's all been US stores.
Yeah, we don't buy from China. We buy like famous brands that have a demand, and then we sell.
That's a whole different thing. Private label's a whole different thing. I've never gotten into it. You can make a lot of money with it, but it's a whole nother ball game that I have no idea anything about. So
ela nunca comprou da China. A gente vende, o que a gente faz hoje é comprar produtos que têm uma demanda de mercado, marcas conhecidas e vender. Para você fazer produto da China é private label, que você pode ganhar dinheiro fazendo isso, mas é completamente diferente do que ela faz, do que eu faço, tá bom? So thank you, Noelle. Oh, they're saying that was amazing. They're thanking you and I for the live.
Thank you. Yeah, it was great. I love doing it.
Ayane saying thank you. Marcia saying thank you, ladies. Thank you, Marcia. Who else? KKB Mello saying thank you for the live. Patricia saying that she's already following you. That's good.
Oh, great.
She started to follow you now.
Awesome.
Okay, guys, thank you so much. I'll see you guys on Instagram tomorrow. Noelle, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Don't go out. We're gonna be on the background. Well, thank you. Edgar, roda o VT aí. Tchau, gente.